Hey, welcome to another episode of 5 Things I Learned on the GUINTERNET this week. When you get a second, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. This week we're talking about I Am Peter Martin's Lydian quartal voicings, Ari's bass blogs, one-string modes peddling drill, Benjamin Shiprett's Hirajoshi scale, Ryan Liatz's octave licks, and McRockin's spider exercise. Here we go. So in Peter's video, he talked about Lydian quartal voicings, stacking fourth chords from your pentatonic scale. Before we get into that, I learned something from his video. It's so cool when you study these videos, you learn additional stuff, not just the content of the video. Say you've got a Lydian groove on top of a major 7. I've got one recorded. And you can play Lydian. It sounds nice and in and fine and dandy like this. Which is a very in type of Lydian sound. So what he suggested was to build these chords, you need a melody scale basically. And so he used the D major pentatonic, which is basically the 2, 3, sharp 4, 6, and 7 of the C Lydian scale, but that's your D major pentatonic scale. So only using those notes now to solo over the same groove. And what it does is, it's like addition by subtraction. You're playing less is more type of thing, but you're really using the really money notes from Lydian. And you get to avoid the ones, so there's just a lot of lessons right away, right at the beginning. And we haven't even gotten to the chordal harmony bit yet. So I'm going to play that major pentatonic over that same groove. Pretty cool sound in my opinion. That way you're avoiding the one, and when you're ready to resolve the one, the C is always there. The other thing you can do is go down a half step from that C and go to B and play minor pentatonic, which is the same as your D major pentatonic. It's just another box shape or mode of that major pentatonic. But because we're all so used to that on guitar, minor pentatonic shape, and we have a lot of familiar licks because of that shape. Let's see what it sounds like over that groove. There's that C. So the whole point of the video wasn't so much for soloing over the major 7 sharp 11. He wanted to add these chords that you build from both the D major pentatonic, stacking in mostly fourths. There's a couple of thirds in there, but also he puts in that major 7 sharp 11. So you have these really beautiful chords, and I'll put them up on the screen. They go like this. So you can add these chords in a comping sense over a vamp with a C major 7 sharp 11. Next up is Ari's bass blog's one-string modal pedal drill. So what she does here is a great little exercise in learning how to memorize the aural identity, that's ear training, identity of the modes themselves, just using one string, and also identifying the scale, the mode, via half step and whole step. And what happens is she just continues to play through all 7 modes. And she does it on the G string. And she starts going from lightest to darkest in like adjective describing what these modes sound like. And she goes in the order Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian, Locrian. And what happens is only one note changes, and you'll notice that on the PDF here from the previous mode. So I'm going to give it a shot. She does these triplets with like this pedal thing. Here we go. Another thing I learned was a Japanese pentatonic scale called the Hirajoshi or Hirajoshi, I'm guessing it's Hirajoshi, scale from Benjamin Shiprett's Music's Instagram. And this is pretty cool. What I learned basically was that it's Phrygian minus the flat 3 and the flat 7. So you're getting a less is more kind of technique by playing a 5-note scale as opposed to a 7-note scale. It makes you concentrate on rhythm more, so I really like that approach. Here's how you play the scale. Now I'm going to play it over a groove with a C sus chord, which has a C, F, and G in it. All of those notes are in this scale, but the notes to really focus on are the flat 2 and the flat 6. In this lesson, Ryan showed us how to play a lick and then basically jump up or down different octaves playing the same lick, and he extracted this from players like Herbie Hancock. So what Ryan does in the video is take a very simple E Dorian lick, just think E Dorian up here, but he's going to play the flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5. And if that's his lick, he's going to move it down octaves after he plays it. So like this. I suggest trying to do this idea with any lick, up or down an octave, if it's possible for you. And last but not least, this one's pretty challenging. It's called the spider exercise. You take fingers 1, 4, 3, 2 like this in the top string. And then on all the other bottom strings, which are going to move, you go 3, 2, 1, 4. So it's kind of like my permutations drill, but on acid. Dexterity is a big part of this drill, as well as coordination. 1, 4, 3, 2, and 3, 2, 1, 4 at the same time. I think I still need to look at the paper in order for me to pull this off. So here we go. Try speeding that up, and it's a great dexterity and coordination exercise. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.